Yeah, well, that's right. Pull it in. 14 ton, it's 61 for 3.
कोक उठाओ, स्कैन करो, कोड के साथ डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो और फ्री मैच टिकट्स या ढेरों को प्राइजेस जीतने का मौका पाओ। कोका कोला।
की फिक्र छोड़ो और अभी फिक्र फ्री ऐप डाउनलोड करो।
कोक उठाओ, स्कैन करो, कोड के साथ डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो और फ्री मैच टिकट्स या ढेरों को प्राइजेस जीतने का मौका पाओ। कोका कोला, यकीन की जीत है।
And 14 overs have been bowled in this big final of the Tri-Nation between Pakistan and New Zealand. And New Zealand have done well. A sip to cool off keeps you hydrated, keeps you refreshed. Chal mere lal, come on my boy. That's what Pakistan needs. These two had a 260 partnership last time and I were here. It was a different day, a different team.
Yeah, it was a brave choice by the Pakistan captain to bat first in dry conditions. Ball just sitting in the surface. Couples keeping low. Excellent return catch by Smith to get rid of the dangerous Babar Azam.
A wicket each for the three bowlers, including the spinners. Duffy bowled well, but still yet to get off the mark in the wickets column. Spin was brought in the 9th over by Satna. It seems to have worked just to stem the run flow and also get wickets. It just we saw the 3 wickets. We'll talk more about that. The spinner is on at the moment, but the way Babar and Saud Shakil reacted to their dismissals was like they shocked themselves. In fact, Saud Shakil inquired from his partner, am I bowled or has it come off the pads of the keeper? No idea how he missed that. Babar unlucky, he played it straight back, a good catch. Those just stick in your follow-through.
Yeah, and I think it also just shows the natural variation in the surface. It's always a tricky decision to bat first. Of course, they played here 2 nights ago. A massive score posted by South Africa, so perhaps they felt that conditions might be similar. The surface a lot drier. So you have to allow yourself a bit of time to get used to conditions, get in. You talk about players being a little bit shocked by the way the balls are set in the surface. They can't believe it. Yeah, but a lot of credit to this New Zealand outfit. We spoke about them being street smart, adapting to conditions pretty quickly, understanding the nature of this surface. They got a couple of balls in the right zone, and it certainly paid dividends. A good start after the drinks break. 2 off, 63 for 3.
कोक उठाओ, स्कैन करो, कोड के साथ डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो और फ्री मैच टिकट्स या ढेरों को प्राइजेस जीतने का मौका पाओ। कोका कोला, यकीन की जीत है।
That's how they've gone with those 5 sessions there. Wickets that have fallen. Every time you lose them in pairs, you're in trouble. Captain now brings himself into the attack. Man who's going to be a key with the ball throughout the Champions Trophy and, of course, has been in this tournament, the Tri-Nation.
Yeah, and I think you'll actually enjoy bowling from this end, because on the far end there's a barren patch which might aid in his favor. Couple keeping low, couple turning.
Crowd will pick up. It's a school holiday, but the rest of the nation is working, so probably after the Friday prayers they'll come in, which will be anytime soon. Saw a pretty good crowd in that South Africa encounter, and after that performance, that kind of chase, that more interest has come in. You want to watch their favorites, their stars. Sadly cannot watch Babar, he's out early. Now, I was just going to bring something to you. We were talking about it in our pre-show. Since you weren't there, you were busy doing the pitch. About the bowling units of these 3 countries who participate in the Tri-Nation, and the other nations that will be participating in the Champions Trophy. We'll be having a close look at how the bowling units have been put under the pump. 300 is just a norm. And keeping that in mind, that yes, you will be hit away for 300 by almost all the countries. How do you actually keep your focus on, and what kind of preparations can you do as a fast bowler or a spinner? When you know, yes, you will go for runs, and then it is what it is, so then you go to some sort of a plan B.
Yeah, I think it's important to identify where you can break the game open. And I think I had a long chat with Shaheen Afridi in the warm-ups about his role and where I see him being effective. For me, it's that new ball for him. If you can strike in that power play, if you can knock teams over 3 down early, that's how you put the pressure onto the opposition. Again, you need to have your options available to you when you come and bowl against in-batters as well in that middle periods. And also the back end, it's important to understand the various different conditions that you're going to be up against. Gaddafi Stadium compared to Karachi are vastly different. And I'm pretty sure all these teams will go away and do their homework. At the end of 16, 65 for 3.
कोक उठाओ, स्कैन करो, कोड के साथ डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो और फ्री मैच टिकट्स या ढेरों को प्राइजेस जीतने का मौका पाओ। कोका कोला, यकीन की जीत है।
Yeah, I think just to pick up on the discussion point, conditions out there are better friendly, and you want to make sure that you control the extent of the damage. Skill set is going to be important. Team speak, I do feel that you want to have express pace available at your disposal as a captain. And you want to have some wonderful change-up bowlers. I don't think conditions are ever going to be in favor of bowlers throughout this tournament, so it's going to be a challenge, and if you can break the game open in a particular spell, you have to do it right there and then.
You see how the game has changed, talking about the ODIs, and back in early 90s, 240 was a good score, and it was defendable. And then you saw the changes that were brought in first, 15 overs for the power play. Then that was the focus of all teams. Nowadays, I personally feel that a bit of T20 has affected or slided into the ODIs. Last 10 overs are targeted, which is why you'll see players like Phillips, Khushdil, or for that matter, Klaasen, are given the window of those last 10 overs to go berserk. They try to get 100 or more in the last 10. And then thus the scores have now exceeded to 300 plus, and that is a norm.
Yeah, I also think that there's not really that dead period again in the middle overs. I think with an extra field up in the ring, it allows players to take an element of risk between overs number 11 and 40. And I do feel players has adjusted a lot better because of their T20 format, like you've just mentioned. It's almost risk-free cricket, but they're willing to take that risk of scoring a boundary per over in that middle phases. 68 for 3 after 17.
कोक उठाओ, स्कैन करो, कोड के साथ डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो और फ्री मैच टिकट्स या ढेरों कोक प्राइजेस जीतने का मौका पाओ। कोका कोला, यकीन की जीत है।
I just think on your point of the scores being they're playing with 2 new balls, so you almost take the element of reverse swing out the game completely as well, and teams have almost adopted the method of trying to play the last 10 overs like a T20 game. So they gear and build up towards that platform, towards over number 35, 40, and if they have wickets in hand, they know what they can do and achieve in a T20 game. The ball isn't that much older. It's still very hard towards the back end.
The whole approach has changed. Back, we talk about early 90s, whatever you get in 30 overs, you'd probably double that in the next 20, and that was your score. We just saw Salman Agha's numbers here, how he has flourished on the number that he's playing at these days for Pakistan in the ODIs, and he's done well. I mean, the 134 the other night, 82 not out, 48, 58 on that number. Talking about chasing. And he's out there, so yeah, much is expected. It also tells you that top order is doing nothing. 691 for 3, 60 for 4. But yes, he's made that number his own, and he's also mastered the art of batting with the tail when required.
Yeah, I think the one thing that I really enjoy about him is his temperament. At no stage does he look under pressure or look edgy or rust. Gets himself in, and then he plays at his tempo. He's a natural free scorer, which is important batting at number 5 for your country. There's a couple of players which play in that fashion. Mitchell for New Zealand, Phillips for New Zealand. And those are players that are so hard to contain once they're in, because that's just the natural way of playing. They're not too flustered about their technical ability. It's more the mindset of looking to score. At the end of 18, 69 for 3.
That you missed something. 700 runs there in that game, in that summary. Pakistan won by 6 wickets with a record 260 partnership between Salman and Rizwan. And those are the two right out there in the middle at the moment. But very different conditions, as Vernon explained in the pitch report also. And for viewers who love their cricketers, their heroes, they might be thinking, why are they not doing the same thing day before yesterday? Today, Lungi Ngedi bowled wide outside off. He was so good over extra cover. Throws his bat at it.
Yeah, it's an area that he really enjoys. If you're going to give him any sort of width outside it off stump. He's got a fantastic set of hands and he plays this one. Yeah, it might have been airborne, but in the gap. And I suppose that's often the danger when you've had a game like you've had 2 nights ago, a high-scoring event, and all of a sudden you feel that you need to come out today and put the foot on the accelerator from the get-go, having not summed up conditions. That's the most important part. Is every game is a new game, it's a brand new surface.
Runs here. This time he beats the field. Come back for 2. Yeah, the surface is not going to give you a 350, but surely anything around 270, 280 would be very challenging. I have a feeling that New Zealand will find it tough chasing unless there's heavy dew coming in early. Slightly quicker, fired into the pads. Time for a selfie. Participate and win by taking a picture. Share it on the Instagram page. Follow and tag at Big Freeze Original Sandwich. That's PF Original Sandwich.
Beautiful, James. Lovely there, boy.
At the chat we had with Salman at the post-match, he said Rizwan and him decided, let's get on with those middle overs, trying to get 5 and over. A little more than that, and then let's see how deep we can take it. Rizwan said, I didn't even look at the scoreboard till the 20th over. But here, again, after assessing how the surface is playing, they'll probably have a target in mind. What kind of score is the safe zone? After assessing the opposition, we'll come back. More on that. 19 gone, 76 for 3.
मैच की फिक्र छोड़ो और अभी फिकर फ्री ऐप डाउनलोड करो।
कोक उठाओ, स्कैन करो, कोड के साथ डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो और फ्री मैच टिकट्स या ढेरों को प्राइजेस जीतने का मौका पाओ। कोका कोला, यकीन की जीत है।
Yeah, I think on your point on what's a good score, very often when you're chasing, the equation is on the scoreboard for you, so you have to go at a certain rate. The difficulty of setting a score is you're not quite sure what's going to be a good score, so this middle overs are going to prove to be tricky. Yeah, you can say to yourself you want to be going at 5s, but how do you go about scoring 5 and over on this surface? Whereas the other night the ball was coming on quite nicely, and at all risk-free cricket quite easily you'd get to that number of 5, 6 and over, which might bring a wicket or 2 and alter your plans.
Beautiful set. So good, boy.
So whilst you might have 5-6 and over in the back of your head,
Beautiful set. Great.
You do the cricket, I'll do the food. KFC flip the bucket challenge. That takes some practice. You get it on to your head, but after that flip, the first one gets a prize.
Oh, yes, set.
yeah, this is brilliant bowling from Mitchell Sadner. This is varying his pace quite nicely. This is
Oh, set.
another excellent over for New Zealand.
मैच की फिक्र छोड़ो और अभी फिकर फ्री ऐप डाउनलोड करो।
होगा दुनिया में तू बेमिसाल, मेरे बच्चे मेरे नौनिहाल।
We've been discussing, if you get your finishes there. He was padded up for the longest time in the previous game as well. Down the wicket, giving charge, but he'll find the fielder there. Just a single. Yeah, somewhere you'll have to probably go for that calculated risk, a boundary, just to keep yourself in that zone of 280.
Stay right, lads. Oh, jinx.
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit surprised with the tactics used here by New Zealand. Understanding that these two batsmen played a massive part in the victory Pakistan achieved here 2 nights ago. I think you might have to be a little bit more attacking, trying to get them out up front. Because one's better saying at this venue, you're in containing them.
So good, jinx. Lovely boy.
They've done this wonderfully well the other night, picking the ones. And once they got some rhythm to their innings, they have the ability to oppose themselves on any bowling attack.
Speaking of tactics, I like the fact where Rizwan won the toss and he decided to bat. Not only put themselves in a place where they just want to check if they can put up a good total batting first and also test their bowling out. These two sides will play the opening game of the ICC Champions Trophy on this same ground on the 19th.
Beautiful, jinx. See that, boy?
So why not?
Great.
If you've done well, very well while chasing, let's see how good you are. Put yourself in that deep end, bat first, and then give the ball to your quicks and see if they can defend it. Yeah, quite short and Lamb still safe. Find a fielder. Single. 21 bowled. It is 82 for 3.
मैच की फिक्र छोड़ो और अभी फिकर फ्री ऐप डाउनलोड करो।
कोक उठाओ, स्कैन करो, कोड के साथ डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो और फ्री मैच टिकट्स या ढेरों को प्राइजेस जीतने का मौका पाओ। कोका कोला, यकीन की जीत है।
Skipper,
Beautiful set there.
Santner versus Salman. So once again, it's these two, Rizwan and Salman. 28 from 56, not quite like the other night. Certainly, they're going to have to deal with the spin twins. Well, there's actually triplets, isn't there? There's 3 of them. You throw in Bracewell, Santner and Phillips. Got a former Pakistani off-spinner of note alongside. Sana Mir. Happy with this field? What are you making of it so far for the home side playing against the spinners?
Yeah, I think Rizwan and Salman Ali Agha, they understand how to play in the middle overs. The difference today has been the start. They didn't get a start from Fakhr and Babar the way they had in the last game, thanks to some really good New Zealand bowling. A lot of challenge for them in their head now. They want to build a partnership, but also they understand New Zealand has scored 300 on both occasions they came out to bat. So a lot of calculations must be going on.
It's a little bit of that cat and mouse at the moment, isn't it? Because they've just got to keep working it and try and keep rotating the strike, even though they're not hitting boundaries. And look at that, 3 dot balls out of the 5, so only 2 singles. Asking and carrying on. What do we get? How do we flick the switch? When do we go? Those sorts of queries. Yeah, we've had 22 overs now. Pakistan are 3 down for just 84.
कोक उठाओ स्कैन करो कोड के साथ डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो और फ्री मैच टिकट्स या ढेरों को प्राइजेस जीतने का मौका पाओ। कोका कोला यकीन की जीत है।
Wicket takers. Bracewell, very good, and Santner. Here's the goldener, call him Glenn Phillips. He's canny, and he gets people out. Sometimes, what an innocuous delivery, and I think the eyes light up and think, look, we're going to have to get stuck into this Glenn Phillips fellow. He used to be a keeper recently, didn't he? You know, the batting. Now look at him.
Proper all-rounder.
100%. I'm not being facetious or cheeky. I think it's a credit to the man to realise that he needed to adapt, i.e. those chameleons that have done this, particularly about the modern era because of T20 and T10 and 50 overs and, of course, the great test match mode. You have to develop and move forward and adapt and change. A bit wide, but again, see, that's frustrating for the batsman. This time it's Rizwan, and he's got a run yet.
We talk about the spinners. Glenn Phillips, 95 is the fastest. Generally, his speeds are more average, 92, the highest amongst all New Zealand spinners. But the good thing about him is why he's difficult to negotiate. He keeps it within the stumps. He's putting some pace on the ball, but he's keeping it within stumps. Compare it to Santner, he extracts the most spin because he's the slowest amongst all 3 of them.
Now it's a long half volley, and it got the treatment, much to the delight of the fans. First boundary after 26, and it'll make the captain, Mohammad Rizwan, feel a little bit lighter.
And the moment the spinner goes outside the stumps, if there is space on the ball, all the batter has to do is to time it. And this is what Rizwan did. The pace was on offer. It was not within stumps, outside of easy 4.
Nice and straight again and attacking the stumps. So the wide, this has been a little bit more productive this over. half a dozen, and can it be more? Courtesy of Salman. Oh, yes, it can. He has smoked this over extra. Salman, sensational. Happy Valentine's Day to you. It's 96 for 3.
होगा दुनिया में तू बेमिसाल मेरे बच्चे मेरे नौनिहाल
कोक उठाओ स्कैन करो कोड के साथ डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो और फ्री मैच टिकट्स या ढेरों को प्राइजेस जीतने का मौका पाओ। कोका कोला यकीन की जीत है।
He's one heck of a talent, is Mohammad Rizwan. This is highest average for keeper batters across all formats, Simon Lighton. Minimum 6,000. MS Stoney, no surprise there. Rolled Sangers, Kumar Sangakkara, Eddie Flower, and QTK, Quinton de Kock out of the Western Province. Love the curve. Love the curve. Sana salivating with the Santner on.
That was the boundary ball again, outside off, a bit fuller. Excellent use of the feet from Salman Ali Agha. Glenn Phillips this time getting the treatment maximum from Salman.
Beautiful, my cheek. So good,
There's the
boy.
pace. What about the pace of the spinners? Sana, and you just got to be mindful about these two gentlemen. Such great form and very good with their feet.
Yes, the good thing about both these players is not only they can sweep the ball really well, but their use of the feet is excellent as well. That is a dangerous combination.
Beautiful set. Beautiful set.
Extra cover to sweep and cover protection. The high-tech Japanese technology in terms of Nippon paints. Good stuff. Asia's #1, they're saying. Nippon paint.
We talk about Santner taking the pace off. Maybe if amongst all spinners, I think boundary hitting against him has been the most difficult.
Stage.
Bowling really good lines, gets the drift. There's breeze in Karachi always. He gets the drift, gets the height, and the lengths have been perfect from him. Mostly operating within that 78 to 81, 82 kilometers per hour range.
Brings the 100 up. That single from Salman. Back to you, Skip. Back on strike, Mohammad Rizwan. Bold. The flight and dip. So just 4 from the 24th. Pakistan, that lovely round 100 for 3.
मैच की फिक्र छोड़ो और अभी फिक्र फ्री ऐप डाउनलोड करो।
कोक उठाओ स्कैन करो कोड के साथ डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो और फ्री मैच टिकट्स या ढेरों को प्राइजेस जीतने का मौका पाओ। कोका कोला यकीन की जीत है।
It's a stunning stadium here. It's had the refurbishments. We're going to have Nathan Smith back into the attack. Starts with a little short one. Oh, not quite. He's looking out the combox window here and just wondering for a moment if he just chipped it enough to go down. I think Devon Conway out there, boundary sweeping at square leg. So we might have just gone all the way here, Sana.
It was in the air for some time, but lands safely. The good thing about these two batters is that they respect the game, they respect the bowlers, they don't over-attack. And from this New Zealand bowling lineup, it did feel like they were just seeing off Satner, trying to hit boundaries on the other end. Good to see how they approach here.
It's a lovely little punch from the Pakistani captain. And again, just underlying how slick this outfield is. Once it gets past that sort of inner ring, it just almost gathers pace to the fence.
And this is what Babar Azam wanted to do as well, but it went uppish. But Mohammad Rizwan, full control. High elbow, just punched it down the ground. 4 runs. He's enjoying his batting, definitely, Mohammad Rizwan, alongside his vice-captain, Salman Ali Agha.
A little issue here, I think, with sight screen or one of our camera crew. Just need to go just a little bit more to the right of that eye line of Rizwan. More pace on again. I just wonder here with Nathan Smith, bring out that little split finger slower one again that he got rid of Babar Azam with. On the caught and bowled. There's a man on the drive. That's Mitch Santner on the offside. And even mid-off, sometimes you can just see the batter that thinks the delivery's there to hit through the line, given it's a very good batting surface. And not quite there. Get caught in the covers or mid-off. Seen it happen a bit in white ball cricket. So what have we got? We've got half an over done, 7 already. So good for those in green. Yes. Let's watch the changes of pace. A little nod from the captain.
That's really good bowling. So good to see. Good to see the crowd in as well, especially kids, the youngsters here enjoying cricket. There you're talking about that slow one. He deceives it so well. The batter gets to know about it really late.
It's a better line and length with pace on from Smith. Well, you just have to, don't you? You have to have maybe 3, 4 slower balls in your repertoire as a pace bowler. A lot of variety helps. So yes, he's not happy with that. It's having a bit of fun. Winding up some of the black caps out at point. Giggle there with Glenn Phillips. Of course, they see each other a lot around the globe. Players in this modern era. Run down to third. So 8 from the 25th over. Halfway stage of overs. 108 for 3.
कोक उठाओ, स्कैन करो, कोड के साथ डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो और फ्री मैच टिकट्स या ढेरों को प्राइजेस जीतने का मौका पाओ। कोका कोला, यकीन की जीत है।
Rizwan has kept the strike, so he's going to be up against his counterpart, Mitch Santner. And on the drive, either side. A short extra cover on the man at sort of very straight mid-wicket. It is Phillips hunting. This wasn't bad, son. And here we go. Just have a look at that change. Yeah, the split fingers of the index finger and your big finger. Bubba gone. And Rizwan had to check the stroke. Mindful of it, and yeah, got it downtown, but yeah, the one after was a goodie. Reception was there.
Yes, so important as a batter to read the ball from the hand of the bowler. And also the discipline about how they are attacking different bowlers. Talk about that split finger, cross seam, change of pace. The length was different also. With Babar, it was more there to be hit.
Beautiful set.
Rizwan did really well to keep it down. And last match also against South Africa, both these batters were saying we were seeing off Keshav Maharaj and attacking other bowlers. Here it does feel like the plan is to see off Santner.
Well, I guess cricket lovers will appreciate watching this. That you can shift gears very quickly and score quite a lot of runs in the last, well, 14, 15 overs, provided you got wickets in hand. These two could be there for a while. Look at a maiden on the 14th of Feb, 108 for 3.
कोक उठाओ स्कैन करो कोड के साथ डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो और फ्री मैच टिकट्स या ढेरों को प्राइजेस जीतने का मौका पाओ। कोका कोला यकीन की जीत है।
Up against Salman. I mean, yeah, in terms of all the bowls, you've got to be wicket to wicket on this sort of surface. Just have to be.
Yeah, absolutely. As a bowler, you don't have a lot to play with, and if you're wicket to wicket, there are more chances. The LBW comes into play. If the batters miss, there's a chance for other dismissals as well. This partnership now 54 of 87. At some point, there will be an acceleration.
And Revel coming down and could cost his wicket.
We talk about so many aspects of cricket for the Champions Trophy, this final. What would be the key? And you have rightly pointed out, fielding would play a huge role. Especially it's a 50-over game. Dew might be a factor.